Welcome back to RxCraft. I am Emeros, and we are currently at Turcaniel's base. Why? Because I took a moment and actually updated my texture pack a little bit. Well, it's not mine, it's the LB photorealism one, but it is not able to do some of the things that 1.7 has given us, such as the dark oak here to my left and right, as well as acacia wood. And for that reason, I have actually excluded those from my usual builds. However, as you can see, I have changed the texture and added some dark oak. You can see the floorboards have the nice little dark oak look there. And let's go ahead and run over and check out the acacia. So it's this nice bright orange color, and I think this came out really good looking. Look at that. Oh yeah, I really do like how that came out. So I have decided to use this once again and give it another shot. I do have some new stuff in my base that uses that, so let's go check it out. Alright, so our hallway looks just a little different with the actual texture here and here on this block. So it gives it a little bit more polished look, a little more cohesive rather than the low-res texture that it was. But up here, I have done some more work. Oh yeah, we now have, what, 7 floors? Yes, 7 floors. Top one being this nether rack. Then if we go down, here, let's float down there on our glider. We have the dark oak on here. And then down here I have the acacia. And what I'm thinking is that I'll use this type of decor item, this wood or netherrack, as a primary build color or type for each floor, so that we can readily see what floor we are on just by our design choice here. And that will give us a good opportunity to go through each, give it a good run through, and see what kind of complementary style we can go with that. Obviously, I haven't quite come out with a theme idea for any of this, since, yeah, not a whole lot has gone into this except for functionality, and that's not going to suffice. So we're gonna have to spend some time in design, but we still have that mob farm to finish. So we're gonna have to get cracking on that this episode as well. I just thought I would show you some of what has been transpiring between episodes and just kind of off camera, so that I can, you know, it's just sometimes fun to just do some stuff in Minecraft and not have to worry about recording and editing and, you know, just run with it kind of thing. Something I did notice while I was checking on our farms is that, look, our autonomous activators, these things here, even though they're set at redstone ignored, they are not doing anything. And we had recently updated thermal expansion and quite a few of the other mods that we got. And look at this, they added a power buffer on these autonomous activators. So rather than just going and doing their thing autonomously, they require RF power now. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and get these wired up to the grid. So I brought our handy dandy Tesseract, because that's a long way to draw power. And we're going to find a way to get these things hooked up real quick. Hopefully it doesn't look too bad. I might have to paint conduits with stone brick facades or something. Just, yeah, we'll have to get that working. Alright, now that that's taken care of, we have the lever working again, so it turns them on and off. We have power coming up underneath each of them with a facade. And you can see it's coming from our Tesseract. And we have our redstone conduit here to take that lever signal over, and we have our power. So now that's all taken care of, let's move on, shall we? In an effort to continue improving the audio quality, I have once again changed my mic settings just a little bit. I hope you guys can hear it and that it is better. Maybe a little bit of that background whirring and noise being cut out. So definitely let me know if it's better or worse. I'm just experimenting here. So yeah. Oh, one other thing. Now, how terrible is that? We just go and hook up 3 autonomous activators to run continuously, and I couldn't even let this thing sit overnight with it sucking only 10 RF per tick. So now what I got is we throw some items in, comparator detects, hits a repeater to power this block, and our redstone energy cell is set to high signal. So now this will only draw power when we are actually pulling items from the chest, and as soon as something lands in there, we get a signal. Yeah, works fine. But we got infinite power, so I'm not quite sure why I'm worried. It just feels like a waste. Don't want to do that. There. Yeah, feels like a waste not to do that, and it's fun. So. Well, we're back at the mob farm, and we do have the hardest part taken care of, getting this base all nice and perfect, all the water channels ready to go. We just need to go ahead and crack on and build the spawning platforms and the walls that go up the sides. So let's go ahead and get started on that. I'm just going to put some music on, and it's going to rain. Still raining. You think we can do a rain dance to make this rain go away? Ooh-cha, 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 ooh. Nope, still didn't work. Aha, it went away. Haha. Well, to save you from an abnormally long time lapse, we just did the center here, but I will build the rest of this off camera for you just so you don't have to be subjected to that long of a thing, because tell you what, this is going to take a very long time to build. How I know that? I've already done 10 floors, I think. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 floors. As you see, it looks really cool down there. Lots and lots of spawning pads, probably more than we'll ever really need. But if I wanted to idle down there in the glass rooms, I'd like to be able to look and see them swimming by, but of course that makes it so no mobs can spawn 24 blocks up. So about there, I guess, which will leave all those spawning pads for us to spawn and keep our efficiency up, even though it will ignore a good chunk of this. But as you see, that's what we're getting to. That's going to be just one insane build. So I'm going to go ahead and get working on this some more, listen to some tunes, you know, just kind of veg out. It's kind of cathartic just going through and building something pretty straightforward and repetitive like this. Very mind-numbing, soothing almost. Not like mining where you might run into lava and but yeah, very repetitive task. But we'll get it done. We'll get it done. And we'll see what to do after that. We got all that fun stuff to do with all the water channels and the waterfalls that run down the sides. Just like in the middle that we got there, you can see a little bit. Just a lot of little things to do before we can get to the truly fun stuff, which is watching mobs die. Oh yes, yes, that is the goal. So let's go ahead and get going again. So one of the reasons I've been kind of building this thing off camera for this last little bit here is there's actually a little bit of a lag issue I've been running into up here. Yeah, there's an example right there. You notice how, yeah, look at that. Break that. Try to switch. See, and it takes a little bit for it to catch back up to me, but it will. And it's kind of sporadic. Some tiles here, some blocks do it, some don't. And I can't really narrow it down to even a specific chunk because at different elevations it actually behaves differently. And let's see if we can get it to do it again. No, looks like it's behaving properly at the moment. So yeah, I've been kind of just working it. Now what we did is we got all of the waterfall channels all taken care of on each side. They're all on the bottom half of each block, so they should be non-spawning. And I have a dispenser here in each, right below this piece. And we're just going to tie it all together with redstone. And yeah, there we go. Put a repeater here. And we'll just pull it to the middle. We'll put a line across there as well. I'm trying my best to spawn proof the top here. We'll see how that works out for us. See, now the lag's gone. I told you, it's weird. So let's finish this last little bit here. Fortunately, even with the lag up here, it's only on my client and other people when they connect here that are remote. If we were on site with the server, which is hosted at Turcaniel's house actually, then we wouldn't have any problem because he doesn't really see much lag at all here. And he sees everything that I do, placing blocks and whatnot. It just takes a while for it to respond back to my client for some reason. So we're trying to figure it out. Oh, yep, see, we're lagging again. See, and now it caught back up to us. I've actually had it lag for almost a minute where I just sit here, stare at broken blocks. They don't populate my inventory, bust through, nothing happens. It updates the blocks on my client, of course, but I don't get any of the blocks. They don't come into my inventory for quite a while afterward. So yeah, we have most of this taken care of. I'll just go ahead and hook up some redstone here, tie it together, make sure everything's good. I might even alternate sides by a full tick each. So this side will go first, then on the next tick that one, and that one. I don't know. I just have a feeling that sending it all off at once will probably be a little bit more lag than we would like, especially with a little bit of communication lag we're running into. So let's go ahead. Kind of precarious up here. There we go. Alright, I'll go ahead and get this hooked up, and we'll torch tower down there for our on-off switch, I guess. Actually, we could just put our redstone clock up here. I don't see why not. We'll just do a standard, maybe an etho clock or a double etho clock like what I have in my tutorial. Almost fell. That would have been bad. Well, now that I have all of these tracks laid out and I got this centerpiece kind of worked out here, we have a 1 tick, 2 ticks, 3 ticks, 4 ticks, and we have our little clock here that I covered with half slabs. We just gotta go through and finish spawn proofing all of this. Spiders right now can spawn on top of this redstone, so I just have to wall it all in with half slabs, and then we'll be good up here. But yeah, this is basically just like the tutorial. So 43 in that one, 23 in this one. You got your 2 repeaters there. Made this one just so it toggles with a 1 tick, and I actually set it to 2 so it slightly prolongs. Oh, there's that lag again, and it gives the redstone just enough on time to actually trigger these dispensers properly. We'll have to make sure all the water flows just fine. I think it will. So let me go ahead and finish getting this all spawn proofed. Alright, now we're placing our water sources here in the base so that all these little streams will collect in the middle. You can kind of see how this works. Just flows right over, propagates, and there we go. Now, the last thing I need to do is put a source right there on each of these walls here so that it'll wash forward. Extend this by 1 so it's all right on the edge, and then they'll fall down this nice little glass tube and splat on our little half slabs on top of hoppers. That's 33 blocks for a drop. That should pretty much take care of everything except for maybe well armored skeletons, or well, like the ones with boots for slow fall. But I think that'll cover most of them. Anyway, we have other plans for how we're going to kill the mobs. This is just the default kill them because I'm lazy option, but we will have a more inventive thing that we're going to do with these mobs in addition to just a drop kill. Well, I'm on my camera account so we can get one last good look of the inside here, show you really what's going on, because once we test the water streams, these torches will all be gone and it'll get dark like this. We won't have a good look, but check that out. Oh yeah, talk about overkill. I am quite pleased with how many spawning pads we got. This is going to be utterly ridiculous. But hey, that's part of the fun, isn't it? So we got all of these pads, all of these spots here for water to flow down. We got all the proper here. We're going to get and test all of these waterfall channels, and I'm sure there's going to be at least 2 or 3 mistakes. But let's take a quick flyby outside. It is dark, but it kind of looks nice in the dark. I mean, look at this. Oh yeah. That is a nice sight. Now I'm thinking we're going to get some light bleed through from the outside with these waterfalls. So I might have to go through, add some additional half slabs, Or we might even just go and skin this thing with a shell. And I've been giving some thought to that, and I think I might put a shell around it. It's rather large, but I think it'll look pretty nice. So let's see here. You're going to see me take a screenshot for the cover. Oh yeah, look at that. And let's do this one right there. I'll just flip that to the right side. It will be good. Trying to not get this little thing in there. That might be where we will idle. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We got lots to do here still. Lots of fun stuff in mind for this base. Especially with the output that this thing will do. But let's give her a test, shall we? I think we shall. Actually, this is probably a better angle. There we go. Alright, we are back at the mob farm with Tordimo. Oh yes, Tordimo. And we are ready to turn this thing on. There, that's what it looks like. Let's go ahead and flip the switch. Flip. Let's see what it does. I'm gonna watch it on the third person cam here. It'll take about 40 seconds. Oh, here it comes. And I see 2 that have misfired. There's all of our torches coming down. You can see them all hopping around. And it got real dark real quick, didn't it? Looks like we got an entire wing that's not working though. And we got mobs that are spawning. Let's go ahead and go back up top, see what misfired. Alright. Giving it a good look around. Oh, there it goes. So those are working. I must not have filled these buckets in or something. Nope, I missed an entire side. Are you watching these guys fall down?
Yep. Nora was a little worried we were going to get blown up by the creepers.
No, they can't see us. There's a spider trying to climb my glass. So I might have to fix that. Gonna go fill up some water buckets. Yeah, I should have darkened one side pretty good for you.
Yeah, it's pretty dark on one side for sure.
Do you see a side that's still lit up? I think there's one side that's still not firing. There's that. Looks like the outer ones aren't getting it. Alright, we are here at spawn for a very special purpose. We have a newbie on the server. This is Tordimo. He's a IRL friend, and he's going to be playing a little bit here on the server with us and eating spiders and stuff. There we go. And we're giving him a few starter pieces, some pretty decent boots that I got off of some mobs, protection, just some stuff to get him going, the Yeta wrench for Ender IO, and a staff of traveling so he can actually get around. But we're going to be going over to his base. He's kind of picked out a spot, but he doesn't do any YouTube videos, so you won't be able to see anything from his point of view. But we will stop by and check on his base progress as time progresses, just so you can kind of see what he has in mind, because he's got a few builds he'd like to do. But we're going to show him around the base here and our other bases, some of our farms, just kind of quick world tour, so to speak. And the first thing we're going to show him is over here at the mob farm for iron. Oh yes, our iron foundry. Now we gave him some jump boots, so he should be able to jump up here. Where'd you go? Say hi. How about that?
Hello.
Those were leather boots, weren't they? You don't have the jump on them, right?
No, they don't.
Oh well. Let's just walk in this way then. Hiss. This is where all of our iron goes. It actually dumps into these two caches here. So we got our little hopper set up, fire and water and all that good stuff. It comes into our couple of caches and into the ender chest. So once you get the ender chest, then you can have a supply in your base. So let's move on. We'll show you where all of our power comes from. So you should see a block that says biofuel if you want to just jump to that. We do have a welcome to spawn. Take a staff if needed, and we're putting our little staves in there. Alright, this is where a good chunk of our power comes from. We got our zombie generators being fed by our mushroom farm. You can see we're quite full on the mushrooms, so I had to add an extra bit of caches. And we got our zombie flesh, so whenever you go camp at the gold farm, it'll help us with our power. So we'll show you where that is. And if you come this way, you can see the mushrooms and our fuel storage for our last resort power, in case if we ever run out of mushrooms. So let's go ahead and pop over to our portal. This is a new addition over here by the Toron statue. You can see it up there in the cleft. You see it? You're like, no, I'm just looking straight up.
Yeah, I can see it.
So that's kind of fun. Maybe you'll get some ideas and do something similar. I don't know. Of course, you might need to reskin yourself too. I don't think you have a custom skin yet. So let's go over to, oh yeah, our mob farm. We just got this thing semi-functional. It's a little dark on the other side, but there we go. So if you need any mob drops, you can just sit here and stuff will spawn and go down that center tube. And the collection point's down there and it's not hooked up yet, but kind of fun stuff. It's rather large once you get to see the outside of it. Alright, next we actually wanted to walk so you get an idea of distance and relative location. That was our old portal here. This goes to the portal there at the iron farm. Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Come down this way. And we'll end up at Turcaniel's base. We have the longhouse, which apparently is not that way. This way. Over there somewhere. Ah, here we go. It's this little crevice. So that goes to Turcaniel's base. I'm sure he'll be more than happy to show you. Oh, his keep. Then if you come down this way, we have lava. And our end portal is actually down this way. So if we go here, we'll hit the stronghold. And straight ahead is where the end portal is. So come and jump into here, and whatever you do, don't walk off the platform when you zone in. There you go. Yeah, crouch down. And if you look behind you and down, you'll see a anchor that you can port to. See it? Oh.
I died.
Did you fall off the edge?
I think I ported to the wrong. I think I teleported to the wrong spot.
You weren't holding shift when you right clicked, were you?
Yes.
That just ports you in a direction. It kills you, probably.
Lame.
Did you just fall through the world or something?
No, I got disconnected from the server.
Yeah, it disconnected me too.
The server doesn't like it.
Unfortunately, that crash cut our time short with Tortimo, so we weren't able to really give him a proper server tour. So I'm going to have to do that at another time, maybe off camera. But now you got a chance to meet him, we'll probably check out his base here in the near future. But we are over time, so I'm going to have to cut it here. We still have to go up top of our mob farm and adjust our timer. I've already made a few adjustments thus far, but I think I need to kind of rework how that timer is going to go. So that'll be next time, maybe just briefly, and then we'll have to find something more entertaining to do to kind of take a break from this little bit of a mob farm project. I know you guys have seen it for 2 episodes straight now, but oh yeah, look at that. Lots and lots of stuff. So we'll see you next time. Have a good rest of your day, evening, or whenever you're watching this. And we will see you next time.